Krishna, Govinda. In these transcendental names, we invested all your transcendental energies. They are not even hard and fast rules exacting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, enable us to be free of worship by your holy names. But I am so fortunate that I have no attraction to them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the stroll in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to owe all respect of others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Almighty God, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire a beautiful woman, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Janardan Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or another I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I change your holy name? When will my voice choke up? When will the hairs of my body stand on it in the resuscitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know that none but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so deeply handed to be roughly praised and graced. What makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me? He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. Jai, Jai, Hari Hari Bol.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sundarbhati Paschatya Dikshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Jnana Salakaya Chakshura Militam Hena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Gita Padakamala Shri Guru Vaishnavascha Zero Pam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvarutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Savana Narita Shri ISKCON Temple. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Smita Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Pipa Sindhu Yadevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Summum Bonum, Chapter 84, the Sages' Teachings at Kurukshetra, text number 42 onwards. There are not many verses that has purport, only up to 47. But then again, let's see what the purport says. It doesn't have so much into it. So you will see, huh? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Text 42. Okay, we'll just read this one, or I'll read this one and then we read the text 47. It has purport on it. Let's see. Shishuka uvacha iti tad vachanam shutva vasudevo mahamana tan vishim vidvijo vavre mudhananam ya vasadyacha. Sukadeva Swami said, after hearing these statements of the sages, generous Vasudeva bowed his head to the ground and, praising them, requested them to become his priests. Ti'enam visayo rajam vrita dharmena dharmikam tasmin avyaya jayam kshetre makai uttamakal bakai. Thus requested by him, O king, the sages engaged the pious Vasudeva in performing fire sacrifices at that holy place of Kurukshetra, according to strict religious principles and with most excellent ritual arrangements. Text 44 and 45. Snata suvasa surajan rajana sustu alamkrita tan mahishyascha mudita niska kancha suvasasa diksha salam upajagmod alikta vastu anaya. When Maharaj Vasudeva was about to be initiated for the sacrifice, O king, the Vrishnis came to the initiation pavilion after bathing and putting on fine clothes and garlands of lotuses. The other kings also came, elaborately ornamented, as well as all their joyful queens, who wore jeweled lockets around their necks and were also clad in fine garments. The royal wives were anointed with sandalwood paste and carried auspicious items for the worship. Text 46. Nidur vidanga pataha shanka beri anakadaya nandito natanartatyas tustubu shutamagata jagusakantyo gandarbhya samgitam saha bhartrika. Mridangas, patahas, conchos, berries, anivas, and other instruments resounded. Male and female dancers danced, and shutas and magadas recited glorifications. Sweet-voiced Gandharvas sang, accompanied by their husbands. Text 47. Everybody please repeat. Tam abhyasim cham vidhivat.
Tam abhyasim cham vidhivat.
Aktam abhyaktam vritvija.
Aktam abhyaktam vritvija.
Patnivir astadashabhi.
Patnivir astadashabhi.
Somarajam ibhodubhi.
Somarajam ibhodubhi.
Tam abhyasim cham vidhivat.
Tam abhyasim cham vidhivat.
Aktam abhyaktam vritvija. Patnivir astadashabhi.
Patnivir astadashabhi.
Somarajam ibhodubhi.
Somarajam ibhodubhi.
Somebody else.
Tam abhyasim chan vidhivat. Aktam abhyaktam vritijaha. Patnivir astadashabhi. Somarajam ibhodubhi. Tam abhyasim chan vidhivat. Aktam abhyaktam vritijaha. Patnivir astadashabhi. Somarajam ibhodubhi.
Tam abhyaktari sincham vidhivat.
Tam abhyasim chan
Atama Vyaktam Ritya Padnivirastadasami Somaraja Evodubi Tamapyasyam Vidiva Atama Vyaktam Ritya Padnivirastadasami Somaraja Evodubi. What meaning? Tam? Him. Abhya Sinchan. They sprinkled with sacred water. Vidhiva. According to scriptural rules. Aptam. His eyes. Decorated with mascara. Avyaktam. His body. Smeared with newly churned butter. Ritvija. The priest. Patnibhi. Along with his wives. Ashtadashabhi. 18. Somarajam. The kingly. Iva. As if. Udubhi. With stars. Translation is purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. After Vasudeva's eyes had been decorated with black cosmetic and his body smeared with fresh butter, the priest initiated him according to the scriptural rules by sprinkling him and his 18 wives with sacred water. Encircled by his wives, he resembled the regal moon encircled by stars. Purport. Devaki was Vasudeva's principal wife, but she had several co-wives, including her 6 sisters. This fact is recorded in the 9th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Devakash Chugrashenascha Chatmaro Devakatmaja Devavanpadevascha Sudabho Devavardhana Tesam Susara Saptasam Rita Deva Dayo Nripa Santi Devo Pado Luicha Shri Deva Devarakshita Sahadeva Devakicha Vasudeva Uvahata. Ahuka had 2 sons named Devaka and Ugrasena. Devaka had 4 sons named Devavan, Upadeva, Sukadev, and Devavadarna. And he also had 7 daughters named Shantideva, Upadeva, Shideva, Devarakshita, Sahadeva, Devaki, and Drita Deva. Drita Deva was the eldest. Vasudeva, the father of Krishna, married all these sisters. Some of Vasudeva's other wives are mentioned a few verses later. Pauravi Rohini Bhadra Madhira Rochana Ila Devaki Pramukhas Chasam Patnya Anaka Dundubhe. Devaki, Pauravi, Rohini, Bhadra, Madhira, Rochana, Ila, and others were all wives of Anakadundubi, Vasudeva. Among them all, Devaki Devaki was the chief. Srimad Bhagavatam 9, Canto chapter 24 to 25. Thus end the purport, Canto 10, chapter 84, text 47, Srimad Bhagavatam, the sages' teachings at Kurukshetra, recorded in ISKCON Adelaide. So, any question? There's not much, isn't it? Whatever information we receive from reading Prabhupada's books or the books written by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada is very difficult to explain if there is not much information. Actually, when I read about this, it's so much information, more and more and more, until text 68 that we're told to speak on this only. What to do? From what we've read, it is mentioned that Vasudeva, the father of Lord Krishna, first of all, he was asking the sages a question which seemingly it'll be only asked by a normal person. A normal person means non-liberated soul. But Vasudeva is not an ordinary person. He is a king. And being a king during those days, during the Vedic time, the king is meant to be representative of the Supreme Lord. His main duty is to protect the citizens, and in particular, his duty is to make sure that all of his subjects are Krishna conscious. This is the duty of the king. Being a Kshatriya, moreover than providing everyone facilities in order for them to live, be healthy, everything will be provided. He will tax them, but the tax goes back to the people for their own welfare and benefit. This is not the same as at present. People are being taxed heavily, but they're not being provided proper care by the government. It is the duty of the government, the authorities, to make sure that everyone is happy and prosperous. Nowadays, there's so many unemployment as well. In those days, everyone is engaged. Even the Sudras, lower class in the society, they're doing their duties to provide service to the upper three classes, namely the Vaishyas, the Brahmanas, and the Kshatriyas. And they're happy. And even a Sudra can be a pure devotee, because they're all abiding by the instructions and the governance of a proper representative of the Supreme Lord. That's why they are called Raja Rishi. Raja Rishi. Rishi means saintly and Raja means king. So Vasudeva, seemingly he presents himself as like an ordinary person. But his asking question actually is to give everyone opportunity, especially the sages, to become Krishna conscious. Yes. And he asked them, Vasudeva asked them to be his priest, to perform such a sacrifice. The Purohit, the priest, and it's mentioned here also, Ritvija as priest. So he chose them to be his priest because he has a desire to benefit all people by sacrifice and charity, and to show the Lord as the Supreme. This is from the Acharyas. Sanatana Goswami says. So he's very intelligent to benefit everyone. Again, it's not the same as the leaders in Kali Yuga. The so-called leaders actually are not pure representative of the Supreme Lord. They're the ones who assert, they're the ones who steal. It's like modern day robbery. There is some countries whereby the leader seems to be becoming rich and richer, while the country is considered to be one of the poorest countries in the world. So how is that? So, in this way, how can people be happy? The praja. How can the citizens be happy? The real happiness is if they become Krishna conscious. So here, Vasudeva, in his thought, the Acharya says that these sages request bhakti that should be attained from persons like me. On the pretext of a sacrifice, I will have them attain Krishna's mercy. So, a devotee, he acts in such a way that he's not the only one who gets the mercy of the Supreme Lord. He acts in such a way that others who are connected to him or within his reach or within his circle of influence will also get benefited and get the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada is like that. He traveled all over the world. He came to America to benefit everybody. He could have just stayed in Vrindavan, perform his bhajan, personal bhajan. But instead, he sacrificed himself. This is out of his humility. He went to different countries all over the world, traveled 14 times within 12 years. He did not stay in one place more than 3 days, except other places like Los Angeles, because that was the world headquarters of our movement. It is considered to be the world's headquarters. So, in those days, Srila Prabhupada will spend some time. Only it's like Narad Muni, as long as it takes to milk a cow. Yes. So Vasudeva is like this. It's like a reciprocation because the sages are qualified. And therefore, he asked them to perform this sacrifice, which ultimately will give them Krishna's mercy. And when they perform the sacrifice according to the Vedic rules, then the citizens also will get benefited. And yes, he provided them so many paraphernalias. Says they're dhotis, silken dhotis. Usually the brahmanas, they're poor. Where do they get their wealth from, or their opulence? From the kings, or from the one who is responsible to be the one who is asking them to do the yajna. And in return, the brahmanas or the sages, they will also give donation. And their donation is their knowledge. Their donation, dana. What they will offer back is their knowledge. And their expertise to perform certain yajna which will benefit everyone. So yes. So the sages engaged Vasudeva accordingly, correctly, according to the rules of the scripture, dharmena, since the brahmanas should direct the kshatriyas in performance of sacrifice. That's why also the kshatriyas, they have brahmanas as their advisors. This is proper Vedic culture. Those brahmanas, brahmana iti brahman, they know who is Brahman, they know who is Parabrahman, they know who is the Supreme Lord. So accordingly, the kings, when they are being advised by qualified brahmanas, then everyone is happy. Even Lord Krishna, who is his advisor? Uddhava. Yes? Yeah, in Dwarka. Uddhava. Uddhava resembled exactly as Lord Krishna. His bodily complexion also is bluish. And when he went to Vrindavan to bring the message for the Brajabasis that came from Lord Krishna, when they saw Uddhava, they thought that Krishna just now returned. He was wearing the same cloth, yellow silken cloth, and nicely attired, effulgent like Lord Krishna. They mistaken him to be Lord Krishna, advisor of Lord. He's the last person who had darshan of Lord Krishna before Lord Krishna wound up his pastime, the earthly pastime. So the Brahmanas, they're supposed to know the purpose of Dharma. So the Brahmanas appointed for the purpose of Dharma engaged Vasudeva, again, who is dedicated to Bhagavad Dharma, and sacrifice using the chief rules since they possess all ability. So yeah, during the yajna, the priest or the purohit or the ritpika, it says here, ritpika, they do the proper procedure and they will instruct whoever will sit in the yajna what to do. Yes? How to do achaman, where to sit, which direction they will be facing. And there should be also suchi, clean. You cannot sit in a yajna with dirty clothes. You have to sit in the yajna according to the proper process. So, it says there that everyone, the Brishnis and other kings also participated. It's like in the yajna, if there's a yajna kund in the middle of the temple room here. Not everyone though is sitting in front of the yajna. Others who are participants, they are observers. But they're also part of the yajna. Like Sankirtan yajna. Sankirtan, Samyak Kirtan, glorification, the complete glorification, Samyak, complete glorification of the Supreme Lord. It is not only the Kirtan leader and the ones who play the instruments, they are doing the Kirtan, but everyone participates. The Kirtan leader, ideally, leader. Sankirtan, the leader of the Kirtan should be a leader. Not just during the Kirtan. He should be also a leader even not within the Kirtan. He should be also ideal in his character. Even in his private life, so to speak. So the Purohit is like that. It's not just only a Brahmana during the yajna and then after that, yajna? No. And everyone. In Kirtan, even the Mridanga player, the Kartal players, they should be also focused. It's not that the Kirtan leader only focused and the Mridanga player, going here and there. They should be also ideal. And what about those who are listeners? They should be also focused. So everyone here, the Brishnis and other kings participated. So everyone received good fortune. Everyone who was present there. So, addressing the king, that means Sukadeva Goswami, also indicates Sukadeva's great joy. And now, who are those who are sitting in front of the yajna? They are Vasudeva's wives. They're also joyful. We have Yagyashala and Vrindavan, where most of the ceremonies are being held. Also, I was with Brajavilas Prabhu. You know who's Brajavilas Prabhu? In Mayapur, is one of the chief executives there, and he is the one who also helping Ambarish Prabhu to finish the OVP. So last year, he invited me also to, this was during the ILS meeting, ISKCON Leadership Sangha. He called me and we did the Bhumi Puja for the largest Yagyashala in the world. This was in front of the DOVP at the side, yeah. And this year they will inaugurate it, like open it. And they will perform daily yajna for the next 10,000 years. Of course, they've been doing yajna, fire sacrifice, even at our Gurukul every day. Yeah, those young children who's being trained up, and they were born in our movement. We're doing the yajna. So, yes, it says here, Diksha Arena. So there are many personalities involved in this yajna. Some of them actually are singers of the Gandharva species. The Sutas, Magadhas, and women who were singers of the Gandharva species. They were singing. That's why mridangas, patahas, conchos, beris, anakas, and other instruments resounded. Male and female dancers also were there. Sutas and Magadhas, yes, they are in the species of Gandharva. What's Gandharva means? They are the celestial singers in the heavenly planets. They have very sweet voice, captivating, and singing according to raga. Raga. There are also personalities, ragas. It's like there's a certain tune or melody being sung at proper time of the day. It's like Mangal Artik, we sing this Mangal Artik tune. If you sing this in the middle of the day, you don't have the same feeling. It's like rasabas. It's a mixture of rasa. There's also a certain tune during Gora Arti or midnight. In India, this is very, very prominent raga. They know how to sing appropriately according to a certain time. And in this way, it creates a certain mood in glorifying the Supreme Lord. So now, this is the text now. We are text 47. So Vasudeva also, he's been prepared by the Pudikas, or the sages, who is about to conduct the ceremony, the sacrifice. So they put, anjana. You know what's anjana? Like mascara. Like kids sometimes, the parents, kajal, yeah, they'll put around their eyes. Sometimes they put a little bit here also. It's like, so that they will become free from piercing eyes. Right? And he was smeared with butter. Why butter? And this is very purifying. Anything that has a relation with a cow, they will use butter for purification. Just like for those who also will be getting married, vivaha. What do they put? There is also a ceremony called haldi. Haldi ceremony, right? They will put yellow all over the body for the bride and groom, both of them. Just before the wedding, like the day before the wedding. That's haldi. So before the yajna, I don't think this is being followed right now. The only purification that we need is the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, that must be very, very effulgent, Vasudeva. So he appears like the king of moons, Somarajan. Just imagine yourself being smeared, even by coconut oil, you become shining. So what to say of butter? You'll be completely effulgent, like moon. And he was surrounded by his 18 queens, or wives. So the wives look like the stars. You can have, it's like in the full moon, the effulgence, the brightness of the moon rays. You can just have one, and you don't need a torch. The farmers, they can still work in the fields just by the moon rays during the full moon. So he was like the moon, the king of Soma. The word king is used in remembrance of his participation in the Rajasuya sacrifice. The sacrifice was like that Rajasuya sacrifice in grandeur. This is Jiva Goswami. Though there are many Somas, moons, among them one will be the king. He is compared to the king among moons. The other kings are compared to stars. He had 28 wives. Vasudeva had 28 wives. In those days, the kings, they can have so many wives. Was that King Chittaketu? Yes, remember? He had so many wives, thousands of them. And then he just begot one child from one of the queens. And everyone became envious of that queen. And they poisoned the child. Yeah, they poisoned the child. And then the child returned back to life by, I'm not sure who made. Was it Narad Muni or one of the sages? And then he spoke about the cycle, about the nature of the soul. So here, the king had 28 wives. Vasudeva. But only 18 participated because 28 was too many to sit in the fire sacrifice. So there's a certain rule when they perform this sacrifice according to the sages that 28 is too much, too many, so 18 only is possible. So, but the 10 are also outside of the sacrificial arena, and they're also performing. Actually, anyone who is witnessing, they may not be sitting there, they're also participating. It's like Abhishek. During festival times, like let's say Gaur Purnima or Ramnomi or Nishinga Chaturdasi or Janmashtami, only the Brahmanas are on the altar doing the Abhishek, right? But anyone who's witnessing the Abhishek, they also get the same merit. They're also participating in the Abhishek. So don't think that, oh, I wish I'm there. No, even if you're here and you are watching Radha Shama Sundar being baited, you're also participants. This is deity worship. In deity worship, actually it says that anyone who washes the Lord's plates after the arti will get more credit than the one who did the artik. So start running immediately. Yeah, Prabhupada says that, isn't it? When you wash the Lord's plates, your heart becomes cleansed, gets purified. So in deity worship is like that. They get more mercy than the ones who did the artik. In Vrindavan, we have so many volunteers who does the paraphernalia, cleansing them and making them brilliant, polishing them. So they get so much benefit. Anyone who is connected to the worship of the Lord get immense benefit. So this is how it goes here. The wives of Vasudeva, 7 daughters of Devaka, 11 others headed by Rohini. With 18 wives, the scene was very beautiful. Rohini, she is the mother of Valara. How is that? She became pregnant also. Because it was transferred. Right? It was transferred to the womb of Rohini. This we cannot understand with our teeny, puny little mind. How is that happened? The king surrounded by the priest was like the moon surrounded by stars. The word king is used to indicate the glory of the sacrifice and its beauty. So one could not compare his beauty with that of any human being on earth. The beauty of the best of men was like the moonlight. So that's where we end. Hare Krishna. Any points? Any question? Any comments? Did you feel being in the sacrifice when we were reading? Even though this happened 5,000 years ago. Any question at this point? very interesting, isn't it? How many, let me see here, how many verses are there in this regard? Chapter, or quite long more, 71 verses, or like almost a little bit over. But after this, there are no purports, not until 60 plus sloka. Any other points? Any questions? So, have a good and Krishna conscious Ekadasi day. Yes? Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ekadasi Vrata ki jai, Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Om Tat Sat.
Jai.
Dhanyavad. Hari Hari.